From casting spells in the shadows to discovering light in the Quran. What makes a former witch leave behind everything she's ever known for Islam? This is Abby's story. An ex-witch who found her path to Islam. Allahu Akbar. Stay tuned. This journey is about to get real.
I was a polytheistic pagan. Well, really, I was a witch. I was practicing witchcraft. I was a part of the occult. I had thousands of dollars worth of occult items that any occultist would dream to have.
That single line is enough to grab attention. How did a witch find her way to Islam? Let's be clear. Witchcraft is taken very seriously in Islam, as it's associated with black magic, which is one of the greatest evils we're cautioned against. Yet, despite this, Abby transitioned from that darkness to the light of Islam. And the most surprising part? It all began on TikTok.
And of all places where I found Islam on TikTok. Ramadan TikTok, actually, of all places.
Yes, you heard that right. Abby first came across Islam while browsing TikTok, looking to learn more about Ramadan. One video led to another, and soon she couldn't shake the feeling Islam was calling her. Despite trying to brush it aside, the more she discovered, the harder it became to ignore the truth. Then came Islam for Dummies. That's the book that sparked her curiosity and pushed her to explore the faith further. It eventually brought her to the Quran, which she spent all 30 days of Ramadan reading. With each page, her heart softened, and her love for Islam and prayer grew stronger. Abby soon found herself prepared to take the next significant step. She chose to visit a mosque, and from there, everything changed. Naturally, her path wasn't without challenges. However, one particular question kept bothering her, and the imam provided a practical answer to it.
But the one question that I had that was bothering me, that was stuck with me, was how do I know that it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He is the only one? And they didn't give me any long list of what I can do. They gave me this task to do, which was to speak to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala myself, to speak to Him as if I'm a friend, to connect with Him, to give Him all of my troubles, all of my happiness, and I'll find Him.
Like a select few, she discovered Islam despite her background in polytheism. To illustrate the effort behind her decision and how Allah guided her, consider the example of Brother Sajid, who encountered a pagan witch and introduced her to Islam.
One thing that's special about the human being is that Allah gave us the freedom to make our own choices. Allah tells us, and say, the truth is from your Lord, so whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. When I was in college, I had a classmate, and she was a witch. She practiced a pagan religion called Wicca, and she loved things that were dark and gloomy and evil and spooky. And when I told her about Islam, she said that she believed that it was the truth. She believed that Prophet Muhammad must have been a prophet, that the Quran was from Allah. But she said she would rather go to the hellfire in the hereafter than to change. She said she loved the life of this world and the way that she lived too much to change. Allah tells us, those are the ones who have bought the life of this world in exchange for the hereafter. So the punishment will not be lightened for them, nor will they be aided. Brothers and sisters, understand, some people, they knowingly choose misguidance. They choose evil over that which is good. They choose falsehood over the truth. Make sure that you make the right decision and choose the hereafter.
The witch's choice to go to hell instead of embracing Islam demonstrates how a heart can be blinded. Despite understanding the gravity of her actions, she deliberately chose to continue on that path. This serves as a crucial reminder that many non-believers, even after recognizing the truth, remain in denial. And it is this ignorance that ultimately leads to their loss in the hereafter. What if someone truly wants to change? What if they've been involved in something dark like witchcraft but now want to leave it behind?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Absolutely. Of course, the doors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's forgiveness are never closed. Inna Allah yaghfiru dhunuba jami'a. Allah forgives all sins. Matter of fact, Allah is looking for those moments where you admit that you have wronged Him and you turn to Him, you repent to Him, acknowledging that there is a higher being. But ya ibadiy alladhina asrafu ala anfusihim. O my slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O my slaves who have wronged themselves, in other words, they have committed many sins. لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله. Never lose hope in the rahmah and the mercy of Allah. إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا. Allah forgives all sins. So never doubt the fact that the doors of forgiveness are always open.
The speaker in the video expresses the idea that Allah's doors of forgiveness are always available to those who genuinely repent and acknowledge their wrongdoings. He highlights that it is never too late to begin anew on the path of Allah.